was fucking in. So young one was smashed too.
Yeah. One was like, you a thug in your raps while you pussy in real life.
This is when I was listening to
pussy in real life. I lay my back down. I ain't tripping. I ain't slipping. I rap now. I ain't tricking. I don't care if she a pretty hoe. And I got any though, cause I done had a bad bitch in the city, yo. And I learned it from Biggie, yo. And got the chicks, that's why shit rolled off one video. And I'ma go platinum off #2. And I'm gonna drop another album when the summer through. What you wanna do? I know how I humble you. I ain't gonna rumble you. I'll put a gun to you. Look, dog, I'm small, kinda slinky. That's why I always got my paws on the blinky. And I can brawl like Winky. Radiant rock, you can't spot no flaws on my pinky. And I can stunt cause I pump crack. If you cats wore my chain for a month, you be hunchback. You got shoot the pump, make you jump back. I'm in the coupe, in the roof with a trunk at. See, I'm the truth, man, I leave dudes nauseous. I had to prove who was the hardest and who's scarred. I'ma make moves regardless, cause I sound better than them veterans. And I'm a new artist. Cast the bomb, ask your mom. Cause all of the pretty women think Cass has died. And all of your little sisters think Cass is fine.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
He made Freeway put on a beat.
Yeah, put on a beat.
Yeah, that was probably.
Was that this year?
Probably.
I thought it was 2001. I think it was 01 or 02.
Yeah, so I mean,
but it's the same time frame though.
I give Cassidy. I can't leave here without give Cassidy props in that year.
I respect it. I respect it.
I
respect it. I ain't. All right, so number 2 artist.
There's gonna be some obvious answers.
It's not gonna be Cassidy. So
it's
not gonna be Cassidy. I'll give you. You know what? Y'all remember the S. Carter mixtape?
Yeah.
Y'all something off that.
That's another one.
Yeah. It was before the Blueprint mixtape.
What was this on? Yeah. But wait a minute, then, because 50 and J had a tour together when S.I. Carter came out, though. You sure it was before Blueprint? I swear that might have been after Blueprint. Though.
Maybe after. I mean, it was 01. That's all I know.
Because that's when S.I. Carter came correct before that, because I remember they had the little commercials with 50 or something.
So I'm going to go with Jay. You know, the Blueprint was already solidified. You know, what more can you say than we didn't say? My albums and artists kind of just go kind of the same in the same format. You know, he held down the mixtapes. Like, he was still giving you what you needed on the mixtapes. He still was giving album content. And I think that in a year that it was kind of shaky, where it's like you had some commercial stuff, you had some like sing-songy stuff, you had like P.D. Pablo over here. It was, to me, this shit was crazy, like random. Ludacris, Beat Nuts, Mitchie Slick. And I think Jay-Z with Nas awake. Like, Nas was awakened this year, but Jay-Z is probably one of the only ones that understood, like, this is who I am as an artist, and I'm riding this way. I'm not altering nothing. Like, I found a pocket, I found a niche, and it's working, and I'm just gonna keep doing this. And I gotta give him credit for that. So he's my number 2 artist.
You on that stuff?
No, I thought they were terrible.
Yeah, they definitely were terrible. They were both looking.
I was never wearing a shoe that Jay-Z endorsed. I'm sorry.
You were not a fan of Jay-Z back at that time.
Well, I told you, I was banging the music, but I wasn't
not in public.
Not in public. I was a champion for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a Nas dude. I was on Redman.
You were the brother like wearing like the Farrakhan glasses. Like, oh, my brother, have you heard this Master Ace?
2 artists right here.
Disaster in the place. Now, but like I said, I was buying Blueprint when it came out too. You know what I mean? Just like y'all. So, you know, my issue with Jay was just more so how the music was being manufactured to me. It's like, bruh, I don't need to be bogged down with this every single day, like on the radio. So, but I mean, that's a business thing. You know what I mean? But, you know.
All right. Yeah. My number 2, same thing, Jay-Z.
I'm glad you crushed this.
Jay-Z, because he's the most consistent artists in hip hop, I think. And at that time,
you probably passed LL at this point.
yeah. Like I know what I can expect with Jay-Z. Listen to Jay-Z is like how old people think about listening to Sinatra. Right? Just like it's a familiar voice. It's something that I grew up with. And 3 albums before this were solid albums. And then you have this one, which is a solid album. This is the 4th album, right?
If you're not counting Streets Watch It.
Yeah, it's 5th album. If you include Streets Watch It. So I mean, he just came out with just solid albums, and this one was a solid album. This is a solid year from a solid artist. He gets number 2. Only 2 because he didn't elevate himself in that year. You know?
You don't think so?
I think he continued being
he
that good.
He didn't really. Right.
It wasn't like a push.
He
Whereas my number 1 elevated himself that year.
He tried to, but he got Eminem on his album.
Yeah.
He got humbled.
No, but it still was very good.
No. Listen, he had hits.
Eminem was a beast, but the album outside of that, like it's not even outside.
And that was his only feature. Now think about it.
That song was his song, but still, it's a classic on his album. Like the man is very good at what he does.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jay, same thing. Number 2. I mean, you can't deny, his his work ethic, his vision during that time frame, what he wanted to put out there as far as him running the game, which essentially was on a commercial level.
Mm-hmm.
Between that and then him, trying to get other artists, around him, whether it's Beans, whether it's Meek and everything else, right. Flowing, as far as that flagship.
You got to add that in too, because I mean,
you know what I mean.
He was a co-founder of the label.
Yeah, CEO. You know what I mean. So rapper, CEO. I mean, definitely. Had his hands in a lot of different pots at the time. So you can't really deny what he was doing as an artist. He wasn't in my top 5 as albums was concerned. And like I said, a lot of those biased during that time frame. But I couldn't deny the blueprint, though. In this day and age, as far as the greatness that it was. Essentially, but yeah, definitely number 2 spot. Well deserved.
Well, I think number 1 is all probably got the same dude.
Well, it should have been the same way for both. But
nope. It was the number 2 album. It was not the number 1 album.
You said it was off of Flip of a Coin?
They were both very good, but Jay-Z wasn't even in your top 5.
That's true.
I said why though? I said the bias I had during that time frame.
He wasn't even in your top 5.
Listen, because I told you I was biased at that time frame. I tried to keep it true to where I was at that age.
That's why I got Cassidy. That's where I was.
Well,
Everybody stopped and listened when Cassidy was rapping just now.
No, we did. Cassidy's ridiculous. Man, NAS Nas, man, he is. He's incredible, man. He's ridiculous. Nas is probably he could be my favorite rapper of all time easily. He just showed up heavy on this album. You know what I mean? Nas is like that smart student, but when he's in a class of people, sometimes he doesn't show his best hand, and sometimes he may not even show up to class. You know what I'm saying?
He compared to Rasheed Wallace. If you want to I'll tell you why though. Because Rasheed, often, and I always look at it like this. I love Tim Duncan, I love Dirk, but to me, skill set wise, how I push the game, I always felt Rasheed was better than even Garnett, but he always played to the level of his talent. So if somebody wasn't on the same level, he put himself on that lower level, which Nas did at certain times.
That's a good question.
Versus Duncan, he gave that same proof. Wallace well, if you're not on my level, why should I give you my A game at this point? I'll give you B+. Right. You're not even seeing me at this point. So, why should I show you this? Because if you look at Rasheed's skill set, to me, it was better than Duncan and all these other guys. But if he wasn't really challenged, he didn't put it out there. Mm-hmm. And we saw that with Nas in certain phases of his career, where I'll do this commercial music. It's not really showing my skills, but this might give me more money, so I'll try this.
Roll with that.
You know what I mean? And then it worked for him. You know what I mean?
And that's why Sheed is a good one, but I would say maybe Weber, because because people don't get mad at Rasheed. People don't say oh, Rashid, you could have been so good. You don't really hear that. You know what I mean? Like, people are mad at Nas. I was at a cookout, and this brother was like, man, I don't listen to Nas no more, man. He don't be spitting that Max stuff. And I'm just like, yo, man, like you want him to give you what you want him to give you. And maybe like Weber, or maybe like almost like a T-Mac. I gotta go even above Rashid's talent.
Well, see, but I wouldn't put it on Weber just because when you look at Weber's career, though, you know what I mean? He had everything there, but at the same time...
Yo, Chris Webber ability is fucking incredible.
I know, but at the same time, he never showed up. Nas has showed up. That's why I couldn't put at the same time. Because Rashid had showed up when he needed to show up. Weber, when he needs to show up the most, he didn't show up. You know what I mean? And that's one thing, because at the end of the day, Rashid still got a ring. You know what I mean? Because he still... To me, Rashid showed up... No. As far as potential, everything else you said, Weber should have went down with one of the greatest power forwards of all time.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Nobody
he should be better than Barkley at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, the evolution was in his genetics.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the game, inside, outside game, the passing abilities, the rebounds, no. Weber definitely should have been top 5 power forward of all time.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, Nas is just like he's that kid in the class, and it's just like sometimes he just, like you said, like if the stuff isn't around him, he'll kind of just like, you know, phase out a little bit, kind of zone out, and then but when stuff is kind of like at a fever pitch, then he'll strike.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at it, like, he had Nostradamus,
and he stroked.
Jay-Z came out take over.
He had a stroke this year. Stroke zone this year.
Lit fire underneath him. He's like, oh, you must forgot who the fuck I am, you know? And came with Ether. You know what I mean? Like I said, Ether came with catchphrase. Takeover didn't come with catchphrase at the end of the day. So when people, even to this day, when people try to say, well, you know, Jay might have more facts or vice versa or whatever, Nas still had facts too, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you know, your heart dropped when Ether first came out.
Yeah.
The people say, oh, Takeover had a better beat. Takeover didn't have a better beat. But, you know, if you talk about this song, you're not looking who had a better beat. You going, who went for the jugular? Yeah. I went for the jugular. Yeah. Jay, damn near, like I said, damn near cried the next day on national radio. So, we could tell who really caught feelings over this song. Now, it's all right.
To me, Nas, he elevated himself in this.
Yeah.
Jay-Z challenged him, and he won. He jumped
Nas jumped a level.
He did something new. He challenged... Jay-Z challenged him, and then Nas challenged himself.
It was like, you know, Jordan
came better, and this was his best album since Illmatic. Yeah. You know, so it's I can't argue that Nas was the best artist of the year that year, and I don't have as much love for Nas as you guys do, right? I like Nas, right? And when he's great, on his best, he's the best, but he doesn't play at that level all the time. You know, and that's why I can't hold him like in a totality over Jay, because he doesn't always play that. I don't know what I'm gonna expect from him, what I can expect from him every time. Mm-hmm. But this, he gave everybody his A game in this.
2001.
Yeah, he came to play and back every single song was a banger. Yeah. And like it's still like spilled over to the next album.
Yeah,
Godson was a beast too.
He still had the juice.
Yeah,
he still had mojo.
Yeah. It reinvigorated his career.
Yeah, Godson was definitely a problem album too. It was a darker album, but you know,
it was still like amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right, fellas. So you know, we come to the conclusion of the night. Definitely thank y'all for spreading love and coming through in the pod. This is pretty much like the cause of the podcast, and we kind of give our grade of the year and overall perspective. So, Armand isn't here, man. So in his place, I'll just say that Armand would have just said, I just listened to Nas, Illmatic, and Mobb Deep.
Hold on. Aaron, what do you think? Aaron? All right.
Aaron George's not here either. Crickets.
Kuala
Louie. So I started off. My grade for the year, I looked at it and I was like A-, crossed that out. I gave it then I said B-, and I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go with the B-. I was about to say C+, But Nas and Jay